welcome back to the field. It's August 4th. We're standing in a field of P0859AM, competitor's field, a Pioneer, of course. Want to talk to you about a few things as far as pollination goes, and then some things to look at this week. We're past that western bean cutworm moth flight. We've really seen our numbers start to dwindle last week. I think peak flight week was that week of June 25th. So we should be seeing those numbers continue to decrease. So if you are above those 6, we always use 6% as the threshold. You need to get treatment on, especially if you're using a product like bifenthrin where you don't have any residual. Get those treated before those larvae start moving towards the ear. So this week we're going to focus heavy on looking at pollination issues and kind of taking what I call an effective stand count. So as far as pollination goes, obviously this week this corn's R2, beginning R3. So you can't quite tell for sure yet what kernels are missed. So one way to do that is peel back the husk kind of one by one pretty gently and see what silks are hanging. So you can see we just got a couple silks at the butt or the base of the ear that aren't pollinated, so not bad at all. And really, from what we've seen so far, pollination's been decent. We do have some fields where the base of the ears are going to be missing a few kernels, but I don't think so far it doesn't look like we have any total disasters, but we need to be out there scouting. You can see the tip, we got a lot of those tip silks still hanging on, indicating that those have not been pollinated yet or they haven't finished pollinating. So time will tell if we're going to get those pollinated or not. So and then obviously when we get to R3, R4 growth stage, obviously we can easily count the number of kernels that are missing there. So something to look at this week. You can really start to become evident where those missing kernels or those kernels that didn't pollinate. So the other thing I mentioned was taking kind of a effective stand count. You know, right now is kind of a prime time to come back through. Obviously we have our early season stand counts. Go back through and see what's going to put on a decent ear or not. Sometimes when we get to harvest, maybe we'll do it after the combine goes or right before, and a lot of times we just skip, don't take time to do that final stand count. What I like to do is go through here and see basically what's put on an acceptable ear, especially in fields like this is one we had a fair amount of rapid growth and that buggy whipping about a month ago. So I want to come back through here and see what really untangled and put on a decent ear. So right here is an example. This was a plant that most likely probably had rapid growth and was tied up. It did untie and got those upper leaves out, but you can see we're not going to have an ear that's going to make anything harvestable there. So couple this in this normal stand count. I think there was two plants in that 17.5 feet that didn't really have what I would call an acceptable ear. So that you think about that takes our effective stand count down 2,000 plants per acre. So one of those things, it's a good time to do that. It's easy to tell what's going to put on an ear, what's not at this point. So a good week to get out there and look at pollination and kind of what that final stand count or final ears per acre is going to be. So with that, we'll talk to you next week. Have a great week. Thanks.